Hi, I'm Ben from Sundowner RV. Today we're going to have a look at the Thetford automatic sensing three-way fridge. So I'm going to show it to you in our beautiful hilltop thread-bow caravan. Come with me. Okay, here we are. So this is the fridge. Now just quickly, before we actually start pushing buttons, let me explain how these work. So these fridges can work either on 240 volts, mains power, on 12 volt, which is normally from the car, or on gas, from your gas bottles up the front, hence three-way fridge. Now, being automatic sensing, they're actually designed so that they will first choose 240 volts if that's available. If there's no 240 volts available for the fridge, it will look for 12 volts, which is normally from the car. They have a blocking diode, so it can't get power from the batteries. And then if that's not available, it will be from the gas bottles. Now just also keep in mind, if you are planning on running these fridges on gas, they have a movement sensor so that they won't run until the fridge has been stationary for about 15 minutes. So when you pull up, they won't actually turn on gas till they're stationary for about 15 minutes. Okay, so the way they work is fairly simple. To turn them on and off, just push this button here until the lights come on. And now you can see it's telling me it's on automatic, that's the A. It's running off 240 volts because we're plugged into power, and it's on maximum cold. And after about 10 seconds, the display turns off. If I want to see what it's doing, just push the button once like that, and that lights up the display. Now, if I want to change the settings, all I do is I hold this button here, push it and hold it until the display starts flashing. So it's now telling me that it's on automatic, but I might want it to be only on 12 volt. I don't want it to come on automatically. So I've put it onto the 12 volt, I'll push the button. Now it gives me the opportunity to change the temperature. So I'm going to put that back to about halfway, which is where I would normally have it. So about there. And then I'll push this button one more time and it's set. So now what it's telling me is it's set to work on battery, 12 volt, but it's not working because it's flashing. So flashing tells me that the fridge actually isn't running. All right, that's because I don't have a 12 volt power source available. So I need to put it back to automatic. So I'll hold that button again, and I move the lights back across to the A, push the button, temperature, I'm happy with that. So I push the button again, and now it's telling me it's on automatic and it's running off 240 volts. Now the way these fridges work, just get you to move back a little, is that they get cold from the bottom of the freezer. So if you want to know if it's working, first place to check, see if it's getting cold on the bottom of the freezer. They do take a little while to get cold, but they do work really, really well. All right, so check that first. Now there's one more control that's relevant, and that's up here. So we've got another switch up here. So that switch is for a fan at the back of the fridge, and that's for when you're in very hot climates. If the temperature at the back of the fridge is going above whatever the set temperature is, it's 31 or 34 or whatever it is set by Thetford, once the temperature there gets above that level, the fan will actually automatically turn on and help get rid of the heat from the back of the fridge, which helps it to be able to keep the food cool. So you can have it so it's on automatic, that's the light on. If you don't want it coming on at all, leave it in the off position. Alright, the other thing to remember with these fridges and all caravan fridges, when you're not using them and you turn them off, so off is same as the on button, just hold it. So when you're not using them, make sure you leave the doors open because you have moisture in them from being on and they go mouldy really quickly. So on these ones, I just push out this lever here, if I can. So there, and that will actually stop it from closing. Same thing on the freezer, I can push that. Normally I can push that one out, that's not falling there. It's a little bit challenging. There we go, so out it is, and that just stops it from fully closing so that it doesn't go mouldy. Alright, and then just push it back in to close and push it back into close. So that's how our Thetford automatic sensing, they call it AES, so automatic electronic sensing fridge works. There is more details in the book, but really that's the main things you need to know, just those two buttons, and it's really just holding them to be able to change the settings. Alright, so enjoy.